What does not kill me is not trying hard enough.
Hey guys, Midnight here, and today I present you Blue Guy. I'll be honest, I have no clue how to pronounce his name correctly. Roboute? Guilliman? Like in the books I remember he was Guilliman. Guilliman? Guilliman? Roboute? Don't ask me, we'll just call him Robert. So, here's the Ultramarines Primarch. I really like the Ultramarines, they're very versatile, not very popular. Why? Because they don't excel at anything really. You can play this deck differently. We have some burn in here, 7 damage, 5 damage, 2 damage. So against certain warlords like Fail, for example, you actually want to go face and kill them as soon as possible. You can also play control, where you can use those tactics to remove troops. You can play mid-range, just bank on your biggest starters to finish the game. So yeah, I really like that. But as mentioned, you won't see Ultramarines too often, simply because, yeah, they kind of do everything at once, but they, as mentioned, don't excel at anything. Yes, they have burn tactics, but they don't have the speed and damage potential like Sons of Horus. Yes, they have big troops, but I don't know, they can't ramp up into turn 3 Eidolons like Emperor's Children. Yes, they have some healing and control capabilities, but nothing compared to that card, and so on. So yeah, but still, even if they don't excel at anything, they are quite consistent. There are no really bad matchups and no really good matchups. So yeah, and as far as I know, they are quite popular in the Warhammer community, so you might want to pick them up, but don't have a deck idea. So yeah, I was quite successful with this one. It's not really top 50-able, but you can get them, my man here, Roboute, to high terror without problem. So yeah, let's see the deck. First of all, of course, our Warlord, Mr. Robert. He has quite a good ability for a Primarch, in my opinion. Usually Primarchs have the downside of having quite subpar abilities in their normal forms, except Rabo, of course, who is completely overtuned. He deals either 2 damage to an enemy troop for 2, or if there's none in play, he creates a practical. A practical is basically a tactic. Like the Ultramarines have 2 different kinds of tactics, or even 3. They have normal tactics, and they have practicals and theoreticals. What's the point in that? Don't really know. Like some cards like this create practicals, some others create theoreticals. So yeah, we have theoreticals, practicals, and normal tactics. What's really stupid about his ability, if the enemy plays a troop which has stealth or duplicitous or ward, you can target it, but the second part of his ability also doesn't count. So there is a troop in play, but you can target it, so your ability does nothing. You can create a practical in your hand and you can deal damage to it, which kinda sucks, but still, it's okay. And then let's see his Reckoning. It's 18 energy. Reduce the cost by 1 every time something dies on the enemy turn. So you want troops with frontline, you want valuable troops which your opponent wants to kill on his turn. And when you trigger it, you become the Avenging Sun, get 1 attack, and for 1 energy you draw a card and deal damage to something equal to the cost of the cards. So it's kinda good here to go a bit top heavy so that you don't deal like 2 damage constantly for 1. It's, yeah, sometimes a really good feeling when you draw the 9 energy dreadnought from it. It's just 1 energy, deal 9 damage and draw a card. Yeah, it can be pretty good, but it's random. Still, pretty strong Reckoning. But it's not the main goal of our deck. It happens sometimes it doesn't. It's a quite nice gimmick, but we don't focus on that here. So, let's get back to our deck. What's this all about? This deck, as mentioned, can play differently when you play against something that wants to ramp into something big like Disparate Defense. You usually want to try to kill them as soon as possible, so you attack phase, you play your troops without thinking too much on curve, like you go with Ancient Marcellus for the phase later, and Macrogus Owner, you try to burn them down, like you would play Sons of Horus. And then if you play against aggro, you want to play smart, you want to keep your apothecaries alive, get the Honor Guard Courage trigger so that he's harder to kill, and so on. And yeah, so what else do we have here? Command Bridge. Pretty normal inclusion for me. If you watched my other videos, you can fish for anything. If you have it in your starting hand, try to get Asteroids Belt. Other than that, it's useful if you want to finish up the game to fish for Macrugs. Macrugs? Why does everything has to be so complicated? If you want to fish for this card, okay? Sorry, Ultramarine fans, I have no clue how to pronounce that. Then we have Logos Lectora, really good card. It's basically like an abandoned supplies, but it will always draw you in the starters. So if you draw play turn 1, you can draw, for example, an Apothecary or Honor Guard, play them the turn after, really good for late game. No one expects the 6 energy Stellar Ethan. Really nice. Other than that, it has a secondary effect. It can give +1/+1 to your troops, but I suggest to use it only if you have like at least 2 bigger troops on the board. Retribution Strike, pretty basic damage tactic. 2 damage. If target dies, draw a card. 4 energy, simple combo. For health troop, use his ability, Retribution Strike. You didn't use a card, so it cycles itself, and you kill the big troop. Then abundant supplies. We, as you see, don't play like any early game troops at all. So yeah, we want to use that, like a bit like Logos Lectora, just as a turn 1 play to fish something of our big guys and reduce its cost. Then Informant Network, anti-stealth tech, not much to say here. Next up is Asteroids Belt, our best turn 2 play. So this helps us ramp and get our top heavy troops a bit earlier out. Then supply lines, we play that alongside 4 vehicles. Helios Mortar Carriers, so pretty good if you play it turn 2. Then on 4 energy you can play the Mortar Carriers, or you get a 7 energy Ancient Marcellus, who is like a super strong card. Then Apothecary Theon. He's our healer, try to keep him alive. It's also okay to play him on curve. The enemy usually wants to deal with him as soon as possible, because yeah, if he sticks, he can heal quite the amount. Mialos Cruiser, this tactic is awesome. Like, every legion has their own like 5 or 4 energy damage tactic. Like, I don't know, Red Barrels have this deal 4 damage if it dies, 2 damage to all, or Dark Angels have 4 damage to something, or heal 4 to a friendly troop. But this is 5 energy and 5 damage, and it jams the troop first. A really nice utility. You can also use it on the enemy's face. I love this card. Honor Guard. Yeah. When you play him without the courage, he's not that good, but he has frontline, and we kind of want frontline because of the Reckoning. Also to protect stuff like Apothecary Theon and the Mortar Carriers. If you get the courage, is obviously really good. 5 energy for a 5/6 frontline. Not too bad. So yeah, try to get his courage effect going. Then we have Captain Corvo. I also really love this guy. His stats are okay for his cost, but where he really shines is his rally ability. You can choose between 3 different things. 3 damage to an enemy, which is the most common thing. Heal 4 to your Warlord. When you have a tough situation, it also comes in really handy. Or give 2 to a friendly troop. If you have something valuable, again, like the Apothecary, buff him up, make him harder to kill. Awesome card. I also think you will see him in any Ultramarine stack. Ornament of Sparge. This is a bit out of place here, but this is simply a card to help us reduce our reckoning a bit. Usually you want to play it when the enemy has at least 2 other troops, so you get 3 frontline units. Usually you get the small guys, your opponent will kill them on your turn, and the cost of your reckoning will be reduced. Pretty good here. Then Cletus Command. I really like these guys. Their stats are fine. Their courage effect is not too strong. They basically become honor guards. But you get an extra theoretical in your hand, and the theoreticals are, in my opinion, a bit better than the practicals. So you can get Logos Lictora, for example. You can get Suppression Fire, which deals 2 to an enemy, or +2/+0 to a friendly troop. The second part is not that important, usually it's just 2 damage. This one was pretty useless most of the time, so a bit of a gamble. Defensible position is also great. Stun an enemy for 2, or your front line and +0/+1 to a friendly troop. And interlocking tactics. This is also one of the least useful cards here, because usually we will have quite a full hand. But yeah, back to the deck. So Mortar Carrier, as mentioned, I just run them in the 6 energy vehicle slot because of supply lines. They don't have any real purpose here. They're just a good troop in my opinion, and usually you don't attack with them, so again, when they get killed, they usually get killed on your turn, meaning that again a wrecking will be reduced. Then McCrack's Honor. This is just your finisher. In certain situations it's smart to use the heals, but usually you want to keep it in the hand to burst the enemy down. Then Captain Missandei is a one-off. His main ability won't find that much use. Usually we have just 1 or 2 big troops on the field, but his courage is pretty nice. When your enemy runs a lot of weenies, you will all shut them down for a whole turn. And also when the enemy Warlord only has to attack, you will simply make him unable to attack. Against Conrad Curse or something, this is really good. I like him. Also, if you are about to trade something into something, this also helps. So yeah, sorry, but I really like this guy. Invictus Terminators, only one again, because you won't always need that ability, but they are quite big, have good stats, 8 cost, yeah, but the courage can come handy quite often. Stellar Ethan, oh man, this guy is super strong. I love him. He can get rid of stealth, he can get rid of, I don't know, if Erebus pumps up a huge rift or something. Use him smart, and you will have a really good time. Yeah, and last but not least, Ancient Marcellus, the powerhouse epic of the Ultramarines, huge dreadnought, 710, 9 energy. You obviously try to get him a bit cheaper with the supply lines. Deals 3 if opponent has more units, 6 damage to target and if you play him, and then afterwards he can keep dealing 6 damage for 2 energy. Awesome troop, I love him, and he's also kind of win condition. So yeah, what other cards could you include in here? Captain Elkius was his name, I guess, a legendary 4-drop. He has really good stats, but besides that, he doesn't do much. His ability, I don't know, I've seen him played a couple of times, but I don't remember anyone using his ability. You like fill your hand with crap for 2 energy. Not really worth it. Usually he's just used as a 4-drop because of his stats. Then the Trajan squad, they're good, but I don't play them because I'm pissed. They're like Third Covenant, but conditional, and that pisses me off. That's why I don't play them. I'm trying to make a statement here, you know? Why does this card exist when this card exists? Doesn't make no sense to me. That's why it's just a protest against Everguild and their card design. Then Whirlwind Scorpius. You can basically use them instead of the Helios Mortar Carriers. They have the same purpose. It's just personal preference that I use the Helios Mortar Carriers here. They are quite good. They usually, but usually the enemy will try to play against around their abilities, so you can treat them as a vanilla 5/6 troop for 6, and that's okay, but not that good. Then we have Wrath and Betrayal. Yeah, this card can find some place. It's pretty cool if you can use it with Honored of Sparge, for example. It was popular when Ecology was still a thing, but it isn't anymore, and we also don't play it in this deck, so maybe it works with a different build. And yeah, it can be simply used as a finisher. Then the Ardentian tank. I also use that because it's even in the stack, but I dropped it for something else. It's simply a huge frontline. I like that. The ability is also not bad. You can get any Ultramarine Astartes, meaning you can get like a Stellar Ethan with flank, which is great. But yeah, you could also get something like this 1-3 guy with flank, which is not so good. So it was some RNG. And for 10 energy, you need to get there. Then you need a certain situation where you can play him freely. Kinda low attack, so I dropped him in the end. Then of course we have Kaiserlein and Lord Markiel again. These are these kind of troops which you really want to stick and which help with your reckoning, because the opponent usually wants to kill them on your turn, while on their turn, while on your turn they provide value to you. But I didn't know where to fit them quite. I decided to go more top heavy, so yeah, but still you could include them. Then we have 204th cohort. You can basically play it instead of Honored of Sparge. But yeah, it's less RNG, but Honored of Sparge, you can spawn you more troops, which means more cost reduction on your reckoning. So I just picked that. And of course Ecology. It keeps spawning 2/2s on your turn. It helps you a lot with your reckoning because the opponent usually will want to kill those on his turn. But it's kinda contradictory to our courage mechanic. We don't want that many troops on our field. Sure, winning is great, but and all. But we have some strong courage effects here. And it kinda contradicts with those whole teams, so I'll drop on that too. So, without further ado, let's jump, as always, into some highlighter gameplay. Horus. Let's see. This is fine. That's too expensive.
The Great Crusade was a lie, Guilliman.
Yeah.
My brother, what a sorry sight you've become. Traitor, heretic.
Yeah, this is really not so good. Always know no fear. Let's see. Maybe we can draw into something. Yeah. Another Cletus command. Let's draw again. Lectora, at least something to play early. Draw is good. Something else, my friend. Draws again. Okay. Draw something. Not too bad. How many cards do I have in hand? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could use my counter attack and get another practical. Is it worth it? Probably. I'm gonna heal myself and use my ability to get something good, hopefully. Well, it's better than no fear, right? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Poisons. Not so good. Let's just use this alpha here. And play the Honor God.
future. Quick fire and attack. Fine by me. And corn. How many cards do I have in hand? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can draw one more. Or I just play these guys. Or Mortar Carry and gamble? Yeah, let's gamble. I like the gamble. I lost the gamble. Okay. Okay as well. Yeah, let's just Missandei here. And hit his face. Outflank is fine. You know what? No fear. Doesn't do anything. I'll still do it. Give it survival 1. So he has to deal 1 more instance of damage to it. Maybe it will work. Apparently it doesn't. But I can still look now. And turn. Another outflank, probably. Okay. Obviously have to kill it. Okay. Draw. Terminators up, perfect. Draw again. Not so good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he wants to kill me ASAP right now. Understandable. Cian. Draw again. So, do I want to heal now? I probably do. It's even better than Cian here. 6 energy. Let's heal myself. I really don't want to get in his lethal range. Yes, there's only 4 cards left. Jesus Christ. Okay. And another one. Mr. High Roller. Mr. High Roller lost probably. And Marcellus for the win. GG. We had quite a good start. We drew all our late game. But we still managed to turn it around. That's good. Pollux. Okay. Let's see. Belt, pretty good.
Stand with me and finish what you started with foul. Lead,
The fuck?
and I will fight at your command.
This was not his usual voice. Tactics, not bad. We can belt into Honor Guard.
don't do me like that, man. Spawn a guy. Or something. Yeah, let's get belts. And let's try to keep his guys under control for a bit. He will probably spawn another one. Yep. Super annoying. But we got Honor God. He can kill it. Not with ease though. Of course he hits. Oh man. Stalwart defenders. Okay, Mortar Carrier. It's your turn. Can you be good once? No, you can't. So what you got? Mr. Primarch? Like another Stalwart Defenders? Jesus Christ, you. Okay. Well. Here's McCrug's honor. Let's draw first. Theon is great. Theon. Come on, hit it. Jesus Christ, turret, can you hit it? Come on, the RNG, man. Oh boy. And he has fucking Stalwart Defenders too. Oh Jesus Christ. How did I deserve this? And look at that, perfect RNG probably. Well, that's something at least. You go here. And I kill a turret. Kill yourself, please. Come on, man. So bad. I mean, I can overwhelm him with big troops and just burst him down or something, but still, this is... Oh, this is beyond terrible. How unlucky I am. Okay. So, let's see. Stylock is the play here, I guess. Let's hope that he hits Phalanx Elite. Nope. I have to attack it. Because it will get too strong otherwise. So unlucky, man. But let's see if we can still do it. Yep, he kills that. So, what could help me here? Certainly not you.
So the place probably supplies. Logos is great. Another Stella. Theon. Buff him up. Give him sneak attack. And I'm just gonna attack his face because I see no other way I can win this. Great heal for once, my friend. So, don't know how we can deal with the 9/9. Okay. Okay. Some other front line. Please no front line. Okay, you can play the small front line. Oh, dude, what a game. That was stalwart defenders and so bad RNG. Holy crap. Oh. Crown. Let's see what he brings. This is cool, but not so early. Let's just keep the supplies. Are you there, my friend? Hello, Mr. Rome.
Ours is the better way. Now we hunt. Yeah.
Okay. People obviously try to kill us ASAP. That's also not bad against the Zweenis. And not bad. Unidentified vessel. Okay. Not much to play here, so let's just generate. No fear. What else could we generate? Oh, sometimes I hate this game. You play nothing? You just drew cards, didn't you? Okay. Oh boy. Still fine. Do I mill myself? No. Unbound. And kill this. Sawbuck Paul. He actually placed this. Okay. Interesting. No fear, boys. Network. Kill that. It actually was useful once. I can't believe it. Let's kill this guy. He can pop the survivor, because he will take 7 damage. I'm surprised he actually played that Demon Hound. I don't see that at all, to be honest. Okay, he takes 7. And Informant Network. Fine.
let's grow first. Oh, perfect. Let's get these guys out. Oh, terrible. And we probably will kill this guy. Because Roboute is gone. He can't buff his infantry, but yeah, whatever. I was only able to kill one anyway. I have no tactics. Sorry.
It was a calculated risk.
Weird deck.
This slows the hunt.
Okay, buddy got buffed. Yeah, let's just kill it. Get our carrier out. This would have been handy earlier. Really weird. He was pretty happy though. Okay, these were today's games. Hope you enjoyed them. If you do, don't forget to subscribe. I post deck guides like these a couple times a week. Also, next Friday, the Sisters of Silence are releasing, so I will be covering those as well. Also play some event again. And also the World Cup's coming soon. I'm playing for Germany. We'll probably stream or record those games as well, so stay tuned. And until then, midnight out.